what we're hoping to do is produce a strong, strong adult, Christian adult is our objective. Most organizations, unfortunately, focus on just taking care of the child, but as parents know that as soon as a child is old enough to understand the concept that someday they're going to leave home, you start planting the seed of what your expectations are, whether they take that or not. You start planting that expectation. So we always designed ours around the strong Christian adult. And to achieve that, we're trying to create an environment that produces a strong Christian adult. We always were going to have a church, we're always going to have a clinic, and the whole plan was built around a children's home itself. And then, we always knew it was going to have to be financially self-sufficient, and we wanted to be typically Honduran ran. And so the church is a big part of that. And then when we get into February, we'll start integrating our after-school project. They'll be able to the kids will come there. We'll have about 70 kids from our little school, the 1st through 6th grade in El Portillo, the little village we're in. And the kids will come there, and they'll have 2 days a week, they'll have a lunch. What we're trying to do is help them with their education, try to give them some exposure to Christianity. Most of those children, go live in homes that are totally unreached. So we have the opportunity to ask, does anybody have something for us to pray about? And that'll start a dialogue. When a child talks about a mom that's sick, that opens the door for the pastor to go visit the family, and so then that starts the relationship. So the church is central to that, to that program, and so that begins in February. We're trying to transform the village. We rescue children, from all over Honduras. We'll bring children in that are abandoned and abused, and that's why we're here. That's our primary task. We try to create touch points within our community, and that's what the clinic is as well. We're trying to, through education and through Christian training, we're trying to transform this community. We provide jobs, which helps people in our village, and so I guess that's our best scenario. We rescue, but we also are trying to transform the community. When I used to lead teams, I'd always give them, there was a little book that was out on that, and the book is, if you want to walk on water, you have to step out of the boat. And so, that has always been, that was always an inspiration to me. And there's many elements to that, that walking on water experience that Peter had. We've had many challenges here on this journey, and so many times I'll find myself focusing on the problem and really taking my eyes off of Jesus. And I'll realize that, and I'll stop on the trail. A lot of times, like we used to have a lot of problems with our water system, and you get really frustrated, really frustrated, and you just have to stop and you realize, I don't have my eyes on Jesus, and I'll just stop and I'll think about that, and I'll stop and I'll pray, and I'll say, okay, I'm going to keep my eyes on Jesus. He's in control of this whole process, and He'll solve the problem. And that has been, my greatest inspiration is that, that little section of the Peter walking on water. Really, the biggest part was when he took his eyes off Jesus, started singing so many times in my life. I've done that. I've focused on the problem rather than staying focused on Jesus.